the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, it's our main event between these Road Warriors and the home team. On the visiting Bison sideline, we'll look at their head coach. The guys on the wrong end of last week's game and hoping they can flip the scripts here. And across the field, the Steamers and their head coach. She and the league excited for this moment as we've got a matchup between two female head coaches. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward. Everybody just about set. And away we go from Oakland. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Mitchell now in motion left.
Ready.
First down, play action. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10. We need something positive here.
At the 25-yard
Here we go.
line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
First carry here for Braylon Allen. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Cougar 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Got it. Ready.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Come on. Come on. Hit. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Up the middle, Vaughn. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Go.
It's Vaughn again. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Finds the in route complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down now.
And an Oakland 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
Trying the right side with Vaughn. And they They do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Lions.
Going to the ground again on first. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready.
Rolling from the gun here. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown. The Steamers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steamers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bison's nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bisons and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tackle 80.
They'll come out throwing. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steamers getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. The first carry here for the rookie from the U. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
19, touch.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Dumped off to his running back. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. He didn't get it by much, but he did get it. Tucks it in bottom right. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now outruns their offense to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We give to Allen out of the shotgun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Motioning left is their running back. From the gun on 3rd down. That's him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
We'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now. 70,
It's another first down mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Steamers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Man, these guys just can't get out of their own way right now, and we both know it's only going to hurt worse as this game rolls on.
Yeah, kind of stuck in a loop right now. And I don't care what sport it is. If it's golf, if it's shooting a free throw, batting, baseball, like you grip it tight and you grip that ball tight, usually bad things follow.
This offense getting all set for this series. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. Offense to the line. Here we go. They'll go play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38.
18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They go play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 29-yard line.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Tag. 70 Lions.
He's dropping back to throw. Flush out now to his left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
His work begins at the 31. Not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. The Bisons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. This is a heater going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up second down. Shotgun handoff for Allen. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Their offense ready to take the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All set to go now from the 35.
Get it.
A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Once again, it's Vaughn. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Get some space around midfield. And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. So now here's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Setting up to throw. Got TK, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives him the first.
That's good for an Oakland first down.
Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Another throw here on second down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Vaughn running dead ahead. And 2 yards are all he can get. It's third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Steamers make it a 16-point ball game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steamers take a 3-possession lead.
17. Bison's nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fields this one at the 3. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. First call here coming from the shotgun. Running back motions right. Complete to Braylon Allen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Trying it right side with Allen. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Okay, ready?
So it'll be second and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Oakland in just a moment.
Ready up.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go now.
Right back to Allen. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On the jump.
Let's see what they went with. Third down.
Let's go. Sandy Lion.
It's Allen again. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the first. That brings up 4th down. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. And they'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Right up the gut. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Working now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That's completed right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
And an Oakland first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
46-yard line.
Ready, set.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready, let's go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense takes its third and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Tag. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. On the move, headed right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Got it. Ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw. Hits him on the in route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. Beginning this drive with a run by Allen. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Gives 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. And dose of the hurry up here. And they're going to throw out of the gun. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. By his running back, Allen. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
The quarterback sacked. A loss of 4 yards.
Final throw before the break. Rolling left, buying some time. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you.
Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
First down and 10. At their own 37.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Again, right side to Vaughn. Steered this one back inside Brock, and he finds him 6 yards. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Let's go now. Go.
Now a handoff for Vaughn. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good for Oakland. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Cowboys. Ready.
The give now to Vaughn. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Come on. Set. Nice.
Vaughn on the carry. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
It's a gain of 8. And an Oakland first down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Cougar 19.
Line up the design keeper. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
You know, that's a case, Kate, defensively, where you just got to keep your eyes on the backfield and be ready if they go with that drop play. Even an extra second to react, well, gives them room to operate.
Hand off on 2nd and short. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Needs to pick up a 4 yards, and that gives him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
It's Vaughn again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
2-yard pickup.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. You would think that kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Here we go. Press, go.
Running from the pistol, here's Allen. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up too. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake. They're going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. Well, a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And that sets up 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
19, target, 19.
1st down, play action. He gets it again to Mitchell. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Dumps it off to his running back. He has the touchdown. The Bisons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. That one splits the uprights. And the Bisons drop the lead back to 13. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled for a short gain. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll throw it here on 1st. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tag. Lions.
Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Come on. Hit. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good for a first down. They'll go play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to bring up first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Looking inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Ready.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
First down, Louisville.
Run here with Allen. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bisons now within 1 score in the 4th. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Bisons get it back to within 6.
Bisons 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Now this offense ready to head back out. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over.
Ready.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete out to the right side. A lot of space ahead. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30.
Hawk 70. Hawk.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up.
On the set. Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
They're going to try and throw it here. He's got it near the 8. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
And the receivers, oh no, the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on the loose ball. It's a turnover.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when you're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively, and that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
The Bisons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget.
On the ready.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's finally forced out of bounds as he gets him up past the 15. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's a gain of 10 and a Louisville first down.
Mitchell now in motion left. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Give to Allen out of the shotgun. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he wants to, but he's not going to be able to continue the run. Got him 6, but they stopped him short. It's fourth down now. The Bison sending out their punter.
It's fourth down.
And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. They go play action on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And they're going to have a first down now.
Good for an Oakland first down.
Up the middle, Vaughn. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter do a play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Trying the right side with Vaughn. And you find 6 big yards there after taking it back inside. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go! Cougar 19. Ready up.
He'll throw it. TK complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Vaughn. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Go!
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Gravity Lions!
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Brings up 4th down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Oakland. Steamers leading by 6. So on 4th down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done, And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
He puts one through the uprights, and now he'll send it towards the other end zone. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're trying to bring out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Plays running back Allen. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking fast as that clock ticks down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.